Bournemouth 2, Arsenal nil, and this was a damaging defeat for Arsenal at the weekend, especially with City, Chelsea, and Liverpool yet to play. Arsenal need to pick 3 points up, and it all went wrong for them last night. There was disruption in the starting 11 for the first time as we didn't see Saka, Odegaard, or Julian Timber play this game, and it showed. It showed immediately. I think Arsenal was so lackluster in the way they approached the game, and Bournemouth at home is a very tricky proposition. They're a good team. I mean, I saw how difficult they made it for Chelsea. Chelsea got very fortunate, I would say very lucky to escape with a 1-0 victory there. So Bournemouth at home, especially under the lights, are not an easy proposition, and Arsenal found out the hard way. Yes, the early stages didn't go their way, but that Saliba red card, I mean, it not just killed them for the game, but he's suspended for the game against Liverpool next week. So the consequences of that was terrible for Saliba. I mean, he was at just past the halfway line, so he had plenty of time to recover. I think that was just a lazy decision, and just to take the man down and not really run with him, decided to just take him down. At first look, I looked at it, that's a red card. I mean, when you're last man, yes, there might be a covering defender, but you can't do that. You can't make that. Give the decision to the referee, and the referee, while giving him a yellow, had to be overturned that decision, and there was no surprise. And from there, it was a mountain to climb for Arsenal. But I think more than the red card, if I mean hindsight's 2020 and it all makes sense later on. But I was just thinking, why didn't Arteta just put Declan Rice as that centre half? He already had two defensive midfielders in Partey and Moreno, so the shape was solid. He didn't really need to make a substitution while having an outlet of Sterling, Havertz, and Trossard. But he takes off Sterling and introduces Jakub Kivior in it. And that decision just killed the game. I mean, Sterling was not having the best of times, let's be honest. His final pass, his decision making was lacking as usual. But you completely eliminate any sort of pace on the break, and as a counter-attacking team, you have nothing left then. I mean, Havertz trying to hold the ball off for Trossard and try and knock it around, it wasn't going to work. And only when Martinelli was later introduced, Arsenal started playing with a bit more pace and purpose. You look at the goals though, that flick on and finish from Bournemouth was straight from the training ground. That first time finish from Ryan Christie was so good, man. I mean, top bins, David Raya just stood like a statue. It was just a perfect goal, man. And when these kind of goals go, and I think the coaching staff, the pride the coaching staff feels might be like through the roof. And then second goal again, Kivior just had a nightmare game, man. It just nothing worked for him. He was solid, but just isn't that Saliba replacement. And with Timber not playing as well, that drop off is significant. He just panics. Gives the ball away, tries to round off Raya. Penalty given, he makes it 2-0, and it's drop points for Arsenal. That's the third game they've dropped points this season. The first defeat, but the third game already, and we're just 8 games in, and all 3 games they've picked up red cards. This has to be eradicated if Arsenal are to make a serious push for the title this season.